This is a Rogue Media Network production.
Welcome back to the show. You know, summer in Texas is a great time to just slow down, grab a cold craft beer, and learn something new. And that's exactly what the summer lecture series at Barrow Brewing Company has been offering since 2017. Every Sunday afternoon, the brewery transforms into a classroom where authors and scientists and historians, researchers, and experts share fascinating topics ranging from backyard birding and herbal tea mixology to artificial intelligence and Texas history. Joining us today are Katie Hill, our favorite recurring guest from Barrow Brewing in Salado, and the visionary behind this unique community tradition. And also one of my favorite people, Dr. D. Clark Wernecke, who is a noted archaeologist and executive director of the Gault Site, former executive director. You've retired.
Now retired.
You retired. You'll be presenting on July 5th about one of the most incredible endurance events in American history. It's the C.C. Pyle Bunyan Derby. So, welcome to the Ann Harder Show. Both of you recurring guests of Dr. Wernecke. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been at least 4 years.
At least 4 years. And back in the day, I was doing Traveling Texas with Ann Harder for KXXV, and I came to the Gault Site to do a story, and I had known nothing about that until I went to the Bell County Museum, and there's a wonderful exhibit there in the museum. And I thought I knew a little bit about Texas, did not know anything about the Gault Site. So it was a delight to go and video a story there and learn about something that basically what you all have discovered there upturned everything that people were learning in the history books about the early peoples in Central Texas.
We were taught, and unfortunately are still taught in schools in many places, that people walked here 13,500 years ago. But there's evidence from the Gault Site and now a number of other sites that people have been in the Americas for at least 20,000 years. So, the story changes, and science changes incrementally as you find out new data. But Gault's one of those that's changing that story.
Well, it's a fascinating place. It's there, Williamson County, Bell County, kind of, but not too far from
Depends
Florence.
Depends on who you ask as to where the line is. It may go right through the middle of the site.
Yeah, well,
it's officially in Bell County, I suppose.
Well, tell people a little bit about exactly what it is. Give us your elevator speech.
The Gault Archaeological Site is a site that people kept coming back to because there was water. There's lots of food in there. It's an ecotone, so you have a whole bunch of different environments in the area. And there's also a large supply of chert, the stone that people prefer to make tools out of. In fact, the plateau there is one of the largest sources of chert in North America. So people kept returning there again and again. There's some 20 cultures in the past that you can find on an archaeological site in Central Texas, and we have all 20. And when excavating there, we actually originally went to learn more about the Clovis culture.
Mm-hmm, because I thought that was one of the earliest.
It's currently the
people.
oldest named culture,
right.
It was always thought to represent the first peoples in the Americas. And there was definitely Clovis occupation at the site.
Right.
And we discovered after looking at Clovis that there was also stuff beneath it. So earlier cultures there, taking the earliest Texans back to at least 20,000 years ago.
That's mind blowing. I mean, it really is. It totally changes what folks had been taught about the earliest peoples. I remember being, and really that area is what's called a midden, if I recall. That's
But
kind of,
there's a number of middens there. Midden
which
is
is
just a
just kind of
fancy
a-
academic term for garbage heap.
it was a garbage heap.
It's-
but I remember picking up some of the chart or something. I said, well, can I take this as a souvenir? And you said, no, you may not.
Yeah.
And I dropped it
Nothing gets
like
like
a hot potato. Because people had, when it was first sort of discovered, people were coming in like crazy, finding all sorts of arrowheads and
Oh, there was
tools and
collecting
things.
and looting since about 1908,
Yeah.
all the way up into the 1990s. So yeah, some people were there legally. There were landowners that actually would charge for you to come and dig a hole. But there were also intermittently an awful lot of people who jumped the fence and just dug holes.
Yeah. Well, it is private property, which is a whole wonderful story that was told in a film. Tell them a little bit about the film.
There's a film out that's called The Stones Are Speaking. It's available online on YouTube and Amazon and some other places. It's a film that's 80-some minutes long about the history of the excavation at Gault. And we started excavating there in 1999. And the landowners were interested in selling the site to have it protected. We tried for ages to raise the money, myself and the principal investigator, Dr. Michael Collins, and we're unable to. I mean, we went to every source we could imagine, and everybody just kind of said, yeah, that's really great, but we can't help you.
Yeah.
And Mike's wife actually just told her, why don't you buy the damn thing? And so he actually extended himself quite a bit financially to purchase the site himself and then donate it to the Archaeological Conservancy, which is a nonprofit that protects some 500 archaeological sites nationwide.
Well, so it is closed to the public unless you're able to get on a tour.
There are tours
Yeah.
twice a month, and gaultschool.org is the website for the Gault School of Archaeological Research, which manages the site. And you can buy tickets online and go. I think it's 2 Saturdays a month.
Yeah, and I think through both the Williamson County Museum and the Bell County Museum. Or they had
send
been.
you now to the website, yeah.
Oh,
But
they send you there
we
because
have
they were kind of
connections with both
coordinating
of them.
things, but yeah.
And there is a permanent exhibit at the Bell County Museum.
It is wonderful.
The Williamson County Museum has had small exhibits in the past and is talking about having a more permanent exhibit.
Yeah, well, I'm so happy we got to chat about that because it's just one of the more fascinating stories I've ever done was on the Gault site, and so much fun. Katie, all right, let's talk about the lecture series. How did this all get started, and have you had some favorite things over the years?
Absolutely. So we started because Caleb Heinrich was a professor at UMHB, and he was hanging out at the brewery one summer, nothing to do. He said, why don't we just kind of geek out over beer? He was a biology professor, and we have the beautiful Salado Creek right next to Barrow. So it made sense, and it was so popular. We wanted to do it again. And over the years, it's become a series. So usually between Memorial Day and Labor Day, every Sunday at 2 p.m., you can find us geeking out over random things. We've had everything from historians and authors to even a hypnotist. And I think Doc Ray Erie has probably been one of my absolute favorites. He's been back over the years, one of our regulars, to hypnotize the whole tap room or talk to us about dream interpretation. There was one time he even hypnotized a dog.
What?
Right?
I didn't know you could
He
do
doesn't
that.
just say, buy more beer.
Well, then that's better than clucking like a chicken or whatever.
Yeah. This year, so far, we started May 31st with backyard birding. The local Audubon Society's president came and spoke, and we had a full house.
That's wonderful.
He had jokes, and people were laughing. I have no idea what he was talking about, but people
They got the jokes.
They did. He found his people. It was so fun. and he talked about, the right kind of houses for birds, and birds care about, there's the hole that goes into the birdhouse.
Right.
Different birds have different size holes for their birdhouses.
Mhm.
And I had no idea. It was so particular.
Mm-hmm.
He talked about bird food, and just how to create the best environment for birds. And what else have we done? We did herbal teas, which was fascinating.
Mhm.
All, this natural medicine in herbal teas. And this week we have a geneticist coming up from Austin doing genetic therapy and genetic manipulation, talking about space travel, how humans can go into hibernation through DNA and gene manipulation. It's wild.
Yeah.
And then we have AI, artificial intelligence, and the military morality of warfare with AI.
Hmm.
These are really big
How
topics.
do you find your speakers?
I have no idea. Usually, Clark, how did? Well, you were at the brewery earlier this year with the group.
Salado was always our northern gateway, so I've been in Salado, and I was a member of the Chamber of Commerce. And so I was around.
Yeah,
I
like
don't
lots of
remember
times
how exactly
it's
we
a
met.
friend of a friend or regular
or maybe Pam put us in touch.
maybe. But you were, because the Texas Historic Foundation had a meeting in Salado earlier this year. And so I think that put you back on my radar as a potential candidate for the lecture series.
Yeah, right away I get an email. Would you consider an invitation to a brewery?
So let's talk about your talk that's going to be about C.C. Pyle Bunyan Derby. And that's going to be on July 5th.
Right.
So that's a big weekend.
It is.
It's going to be a fun
Big
weekend.
I guess.
Yeah.
And when Katie called me, I figured you want to do something fun, not too heavy. I mean, it's people out enjoying themselves at the brewery.
Yeah.
So this was a story that I thought would be a lot of fun. It's this year is the 100th anniversary of Route 66, which crosses the Texas Panhandle.
Yeah.
And Route 66 was an unusual concept in that a man named Cyrus Avery, who had been the Oklahoma Highway Commissioner, put together people from all along that route to put together an association to promote the route.
Okay, which starts in St. Louis.
It actually starts in Chicago.
Oh, in Chicago. That's right,
Yeah.
right. Chicago. And
First
then
of all, he was instrumental in getting it 66, and 66 should be an east-west
right.
route. North-south ones have odd numbers. And most of Route 66 is actually north-south. But he was on the naming commission, and he wanted something that had a ring to it.
Yeah.
So 66 it was.
Yeah.
And he put together all these people and started this Highway 66 Association. The highway wasn't even all paved yet. There's sections of it that still exist of old Route 66 that are just gravel in the middle of nowhere.
Really?
And
Well, all across the West states, I'll bet.
yeah, to promote this, they thought they needed a really big bang, and somebody had the great idea and said, we should have a race. Because the 1920s, there was this fascination with all kinds of these, we now call them extreme sports, where they anything from pole sitting to, marathon swims to, but, really long races or endurance, events. And someone put them in touch with a man named C.C. Pyle. C.C. Pyle was an entrepreneur. He was a man who'd had his fingers in a lot of different pies. He actually, at the time, owned 2 movie theaters in Illinois. He noticed a young man from the local university who'd come to see a lot of the movies, and he got this great idea. The young man was Red Grange, the galloping ghost, who ESPN has called the greatest college football player of all time. And he went to him and said, when you graduate, how would you like to make $100,000? Which you can imagine in the 1920s is...
That's jillions. Yeah. You might as well.
And Red Grange thought about it and said, what the heck? And C.C. Pyle became one of the nation's first sports agents. And after Red graduated, C.C. Pyle took him on a tour throughout the United States and did get Red Grange's $100,000. But of course, what C.C. Pyle was in it for was what he could make. So getting in touch with the Highway 66 Association, they said, we were thinking about like a race. And C.C. Pyle said, I can handle that. And they said, well, you know, when the race is concluded, we will give you $60,000. So C.C. Pyle figures, okay, I got $60,000 for sure, and anything else I could make off. Well, he started organizing it. The organizers were not happy, or I should say the association was not happy, because the title of it became C.C. Pyle's International Transcontinental Foot Race.
Foot race?
No mention of Highway 66 at all. The official program for it did have some mentions of Highway 66 inside it. And since C.C. Pyle wanted to make it really big, he wanted it to continue on past Chicago to New York. Which also didn't exactly make the Highway 66 people happy.
Yeah, right.
It was all about that. It wasn't until 1928 that they actually held it. They actually had some 400 people initially registered, but only 200 and some actually started the race.
That's still a lot.
It's a 3,400 mile race. And like I said, most of this road wasn't even paved.
And so this was on foot. This was not
It
motorized?
was on foot.
Oh,
And there were
okay.
people who walked it, people who jogged it and everything, depending on your strategy. By the time it got to Texas, there were only 70-some people in the
Yeah,
race.
I can imagine.
The Mojave Desert, Arizona, New Mexico really beat on a lot of them. There were 3 Texans who participated, one who didn't make it very far into the Mojave, but one actually made it all the way to Ohio before he ended up dropping out. So the press who was covering it started calling it the Bunyan Derby because most of the people dropped out because of foot problems.
Yeah.
This is long before modern racewear. You
can imagine what the shoes look like.
They
were
actually
wearing.
had in the convoy behind them a mobile shoe repair shop.
Okay.
Wow.
As people were basically having to repair their shoes constantly. It was quite a feat. As they went through, C.C. Pyle had a midway that would set up in towns ahead of them, where he could break off a little more money.
Right.
He had Red Grange in a sports car was his front man, would go into towns to get up some excitement and also sell souvenirs. And
He thought of it all.
some communities refused to pay for this. So he demanded that communities pay like $2,000 for them to be a stop along the way. Albuquerque refused to pay, and they actually routed the race around it. Got off of Highway 66, went around Albuquerque, and then back to the highway.
That is fascinating.
It got to be such a circus. There were, some 30 lawsuits against C.C. Pyle. By the time he got halfway through the race, the guys complained that they weren't getting the food they were promised. The best they got was a cot in a tent, which, after racing that far, was not cutting it.
No.
If you didn't have extra money to spend, you weren't getting enough to eat.
Yeah.
In fact, this young man who made it all the way to Ohio was from Ranger, Texas. And the people of Ranger raised the equivalent of $1,500 and gave it to him when he got to Amarillo so that he could continue
To support
the
him.
race.
Yeah.
Just to support him.
Oh, my goodness.
Of course, by the time the race
Yeah.
got to Chicago, the Highway 66 Association said, we're not giving you $60,000. You didn't do what we asked you to do.
Wow.
C.C. Pyle was so hurting money-wise that at one point the race had to cross a toll bridge and they had to reroute it because it would have cost 25 cents a person to cross it.
He
and
didn't have that.
have the cash.
He didn't have it.
He also speeded the race up and made the legs longer to try and weed out people because he'd promised the winner $25,000. He actually promised a total of $48,000 in prize money to the top 10,
But he was counting on getting the 60.
but he was counting on getting the 60.
Oh my gosh.
By the time they got to New York, they did some final laps in the old Madison Square Garden in front of crowd. And then there were days that the press speculated on whether or not anybody was going to get any money. They finally did pay out the prizes. A young man, a Cherokee Indian from Oklahoma, actually won the race.
Really?
Andy Payne. And $25,000 paid off the mortgage on his parents' farm and
Yeah.
a lot of other things. That was a lot of money at the time.
Yeah.
Rumor had it at the time that C.C. Pyle didn't come up with the money, but perhaps the owner of Madison Square Garden, Tex Ritter, did, just to cover up the embarrassment. They tried to hold another race the next year going the other direction.
Uh-huh.
The guy who'd come in second actually won it and never received any prize money.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sounded good on paper.
Yeah. The only marker that along the way, outside of some commemoration of Andy Payne in Oklahoma, is in Texas on Highway 66 in a safety rest stop. There's a small brass plaque for the Bunyan Derby.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Oh, that is fascinating.
So
So much more I want to talk to the both of you about Barrow Brewing and Salado. You know, my happy place. I love Salado. And but we want to take a break. I want to tell you that you can transform your home with Universal Windows Direct premium window, door, and siding installation services. Universal Windows Direct Central Texas makes upgrading your home simple and stress-free. You can call Universal Windows Direct Central Texas today. They are located in Woodway. There's more of the show ahead. Stay with us.
Waco celebrates America's 250th anniversary party on July 3rd. Join us for live music all night, amazing food, drinks, spirits, vendors, and incredible art. Grab your lawn chair, bring your friends, and bring your holiday appetite. This patriotic celebration is where the party starts. Fun, flavor, music, and festival vibes all in one place. Don't miss this. We'll see you at the Art Center on July 3rd. Go to artcenterwaco.org and then events.
We're celebrating the Declaration of Deals at Allen Samuels in Waco. Right now, get $13,000 off a new Ram 1500 Lone Star, plus 2.9% for 72 months. Cash in on $13,000 off a new Ram 2500 Laramie Crew Cab, or choose 0% for 36 months, plus no payments for 90 days. Feel secure with America's best full-size truck powertrain 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty at Allen Samuels.
Come by.
It's the premier charity event of the year, the 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, presented by Ascension Providence. A fun evening filled with great food and drink, dancing, a spectacular auction, and more. This year's theme is Nashville Nights, Neon Lights, and Bullfights. Get your tickets now, donate, or be a sponsor. Help support the American Cancer Society to find a cure. The 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, October 24th at MCC Highlander Ranch. For more information, go to centraltexascattlebaronsball.org.
Like Allen Samuels always said, Waco has a lot to offer, and so do we at Allen Samuels Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Fiat. Come by, let's be friends.
Cleanse your body of accumulated toxins and embark on your wellness journey at your own pace. At Global Healing, we provide premium supplements to help your body heal naturally. Start your healing journey today at globalhealing.com and organichemp.com.
designed to elevate the off-road experience, enabling adventurers to conquer any terrain. For 50 years, you've trusted us on your toughest recoveries, to your most breathtaking destinations, and in countless unforgettable memories.
At 4U Health, we believe wellness and lab testing should be accessible, inclusive, and yes, fun. With our tech-powered at-home lab test, you save time and money while feeling your best. 4U Health. Visit 4uhealth.com today.
For anyone that's in the car buying mode or looking for a car right now or a truck, I would definitely come by Allen Samuels, get to know the people here like I have, how well I'm taking care of the dealership and how well, service and any kind of warranty issues or those sort of things. Because of the way they take care of me, it's made me a Ram driver. I said I don't think they'd want to go anywhere else if they came here.
Like Allen Samuels always said, Waco has a lot to offer, and so do we at Allen Samuels Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat. Come by, let's be friends.
Finance is evolving. Automation, data analytics, and AI are reshaping what finance teams do every single day. The best way to predict the future of finance is to be ready for it. If you want a head start, check out 365 Financial Analyst.
Earning an online certification is a quick and convenient way to gain industry-recognized credentials. Select your ACLS course. Print your ACLS certificate. You can print your certification wallet card. aclsnow.com.
Our patented handles were launched in 2018. We continue to push the boundaries of strength training. Join us in making your training more natural and effective. Visit Engels90.com to learn more and revolutionize your workout.
Cleanse your body of accumulated toxins and embark on your wellness journey at your own pace. At Global Healing, we provide premium supplements to help your body heal naturally. Start your healing journey today at globalhealing.com and organichemp.com.
If I had somebody that was looking for a car, I would definitely recommend Allen Samuels. The trust that I have, the care that they take, they genuinely want to take care of you. They really ask for your feedback when you go to the support department to make sure they're taking care of you in every way possible. So I really appreciate that they listen to your feedback.
Like Allen Samuels always said, Waco has a lot to offer, and so do we at Allen Samuels Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat. Come by, let's be friends.
Enjoy a quiet atmosphere with beautiful river views at the Brazos Landing, located in Waco along the Brazos River across from McLean Stadium. Enjoy homemade dishes like shrimp and grits, chicken piccata, braised short ribs, prime New York steaks, and more. Plus, enjoy a delicious dessert like creme brulee or key lime pie. Open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday. Brazos Landing in Waco, the only place where I-35 and the Brazos River meet.
What is
Their favorite song's a love song. When Conway sings, they sing along to Hello Darling on the radio. They were dancing in the moonlight before we made the moon flight, when everything was simpler and slow. And they're out there on the dance floor doing what it's meant for one song at a time, love lasts forever. And for more than 50 years, through laughter, tears, and fears, these boots and bare feet have spun around together. And they dance, and they hold on to each other like nobody else will ever come between them. And they dance half a century together. They leave a mark on anyone that's ever seen them. And they look into each other's eyes and smile and think about happy times. And in 2 steps they leave the world behind and they dance. And she'll be the first to tell you love ain't some modern kind of glue. It's commitment and a job to do, anything worth doing with all of your might. It's trouble and toil all day long, and loving them even when they're wrong, and making sure it's good by Saturday night. 'Cause they'll be out there on the dance floor doing what it's meant for one song at a time, love lasts forever. And for more than 50 years, through laughter, tears, and fears, these boots and bare feet have spun around together. And they dance, and they hold on to each other like nobody else will ever come between them. And they dance half a century together. They leave a mark on anyone that's ever seen them. And they look into each other's eyes and smile and think about happy times. And in 2 steps they leave the world behind and they dance. Yes, in 2 steps they leave the world behind and they dance. Anyway, it's called Happy After All. Well, it's a happy little tune, 'cause I just got through with a long spell of being downhearted and blue. For a little while I lost track of my horizon. But it was dark outside and the cold wind blew, and it seemed like everything was else to do besides hunkering down, trying to find a reason for rising. And then almost without warning, sometime yesterday morning, the sun came up and it shined right down on me. But I had my suspicions. It seemed like my dark cloud was missing, and anything good was too good to believe. So I looked around and I found one last part of my beat up, stomped on, kicked around heart, hanging on by the last thread down at the end of that rope. Before I knew what I was getting into, I had that old feeling like I felt brand new. I thought, what the heck, I'd just go ahead and have some hope. But I know what hunger will make a man do, and I remember every bug that I bit into, and the apple's only shining on the side I can see. And I remember yesterday morning when that crazy feeling was forming. It was a long way off, like it was meant for someone else. But I had my suspicions. It seemed like my dark cloud was missing. So I moved on, I grabbed on for myself. Little tune, 'cause I just got through with a long spell of being downhearted and blue. And if it happened to me, I know it it can happen to you. I can't hear you when you're shouting, but volume's not the problem, so shouting louder cannot be the answer. When we're screaming, we lose meaning, and this addiction to the outrage is the leading cause of social cancer. And my dog's afraid of thunder, so I can't sleep through storms. He's pretty sure there's monsters out there on the lawn, but I don't fear the lightning, safe inside my house. But still it keeps me up at night, all that fear coming out his mouth. I might care about what you shout about if you show me that your goals and mine agree, but I won't be drawn into your anger just because you have more of it than you need. And my dog's afraid of thunder, so I can't sleep through rain. He says to grab some weapons, there's monsters and there's pain, but I don't fear the monsters safe inside my house. But still it keeps me up at night, all that fear coming out his mouth. And the fear is real, that's just how thunder feels. But the fight that he's in is not the fight he really needs to win. And my dog's afraid of thunder, and my friends are full of rage, but all the noise they're making will never put the monsters in their cage.
Like Alan Samuels always said, Waco has a lot to offer, and so do we at Alan Samuels Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Fiat. Come by, let's be friends.
Earning an online certification is a quick and convenient way to gain industry-recognized credentials. Select your ACLS course. Print your ACLS certificate. You can print your certification wallet card. aclsnow.com.
Designed to elevate the off-road experience, enabling adventurers to conquer any terrain. For 50 years, you've trusted us on your toughest recoveries, to your most breathtaking destinations, and in countless unforgettable memories.
At 4U Health, we believe wellness and lab testing should be accessible, inclusive, and yes, fun. With our tech-powered at-home lab test, you save time and money while feeling your best. 4U Health. Visit 4uhealth.com today.
For anyone that's in the car buying mode or looking for a car right now or a truck, I would definitely come by Island Samuels, get to know the people here like I have, how well I'm taking care of the dealership and how well, service and any kind of warranty issues or those sort of things. Because of the way they take care of me, it's made me a Ram driver. And so I don't think they'd want to go anywhere else if they came here.
Like Alan Samuels always said, Waco has a lot to offer, and so do we at Alan Samuels Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat. Come by, let's be friends.
Finance is evolving. Automation, data analytics, and AI are reshaping what finance teams do every single day. The best way to predict the future of finance is to be ready for it. If you want a head start, check out 365 Financial Analyst.
And we are back with K.D. Hill and Dr. Clark Wernecke talking about this wonderful summer series of lectures you got going on at Barrow Brewing in Salado. And Dr. Wernecke, you're going to be doing a presentation on July 5th. That's a Sunday afternoon after all the fireworks have died down, I guess. But to learn about a really fascinating piece of U.S. history. Everyone's heard of Route 66, but probably not a lot of people have heard of C.C. Pyle and the Bunyan Derby. So how did you become familiar with this story?
Well, I was looking for some kind of tie-in for the Route 66 anniversary.
Yeah.
Actually for a magazine article, and came across some little mention of this. And I thought, well, that's kind of odd. I've never heard of that. I'm a historian and archaeologist, and my history interests have always been on those things that you're reading a history book and there's the one sentence offhand mention of something that stops you and you go, wait a minute, what's that? And so this was one of those kind of moments. And the more research I did on it, the stranger the story got. And it is a pretty amazing story, both of the people who participated in it. But, C.C. Pyle, the guy who organized it, was this strange P.T. Barnum kind of guy who could really get people enthused about things, couldn't always follow through well.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of the Crash at Crush. You have a big event, and
but 20,000 people came out to watch two locomotives hit each other.
Kind of the same time period, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Relatively speaking. But this was a foot race that started in California.
Started in Los Angeles.
In Los Angeles and ended up in New York.
A lot of desert right away.
I can't imagine. I
Then
can't
go
imagine
all the way
on
in
foot.
Route 66 to Chicago, and then from Chicago east all the way to New York.
Yeah, well, and you say there is a marker in Texas.
There's a marker in Texas, a safety rest stop on what's now Highway 40. And it has a little bronze plaque that talks about the Bunyan Derby.
So it did kind of weave around a little bit, didn't exactly stay on Route 66 necessarily.
For the most part, it was on Route 66 from LA to Chicago.
Mostly.
Like I said, if you didn't pay for it to come by, C.C. Pyle would make sure that you suffered by him going around you.
Yeah. So what did the CC stand for? You said there was kind of a nickname he had.
His nickname was Cash and Carry Pyle. Yeah. If there wasn't a dime in it for him, he wasn't interested. And he tried to pull all the angles. Like I said, sold souvenirs, had a midway and apparently kind of a circus, freak show that people could go to. And he had Red Grange, his client, going ahead of him to try and drum up stuff. So any way he could get a crowd to buy into this somehow.
Yeah. Well, it is a fascinating story. It's going to be a lot of fun for folks to come and hear more about this. But Katie, you want to talk a little bit more about just your whole series? Folks can go online and get the whole list.
That's right.
Of who's coming.
At our website, barrowbrewing.com/events, we have a list of all of the speakers, the day that they're speaking, and a little blurb or bio about the speaker, just so you have an idea what you're getting in for. And I recommend getting there a little bit early so you can grab a drink and a seat. Sometimes the lectures are really popular and we fill up the tap room.
So this starts at 2?
2 o'clock every Sunday.
Okay.
In the air-conditioned tap room.
Which is wonderful.
Very
wonderful.
important in Texas. Yes.
Yeah. What is it you hope that attendees take away from these? Because it's quite a varied subject matter and speakers that you have.
It really is. A couple of weeks ago, we had a fly fishing lecturer, and
I don't think of fly fishing that much in Texas. Are they doing it?
I fly fish Salado Creek.
Do you really?
Yes, you can fly fish anywhere, and it for a lot of people it feels a little like an intimidating sport. But our lecturer that came made it so accessible. Said you can spend $500, $1,500 on a rod, but you don't need to. And here's what you need to fish Salado Creek. So it's about accessibility and bringing, topics and, people who are just studying something fascinating, and making that accessible to more people. And I know for me, I'm not in college, but I kind of miss that environment and being able to learn something new, and having a beverage or a craft beer while you're listening just makes it even more enjoyable.
Yeah. Do you have, is there food too? Do you have food, or
Yes,
is it just
yes.
beers?
On Sundays we have 2 food trucks open,
Okay.
Happy Pizza and Sacred Sandwich. There's also a snow cone truck. We have a great new Mexican restaurant across the street, which you can bring that over. But yeah, it's just a really easy Sunday afternoon activity. I know after the week and after church, I just want to relax a little bit. And so this is a great activity.
Well, Salado is just such a fun place to visit any time of the week, but for a Sunday to meet with your friends and learn something new, which is what this is all about. So, what is it about researching history and telling these stories that's so important to you, Dr. Wernecke?
For me, I'm always fascinated by these things. I like it when I get requests to do something outside of my normal archaeological talks or whatever, because it gives me an excuse to go back and say, well, there's that one thing that I always wanted to talk about that's kind of fun. And I kind of like the offbeat stories, the things that are, for something like this, if you're going to sit around on a Sunday afternoon and have a beer, you want to have some fun. And I thought, I got a fun story that would be great for this.
Yeah, there's all that classic history, Texas history that we learned in the 7th grade, and world history that we learned in school. But these little nuggets of like, what was that about?
Yeah,
why
I missed
isn't
that
this in the history books?
Yeah.
Right. There's so much out there that we never get to learn. And bringing that to Salado, I'm really grateful for people like Clark that come to Barrow.
It kind of fills out history for us. In school, we get more of an outline than the in-depth stuff. And this is all about people, right? I mean,
well, that's the thing.
It's people in the past, but maybe you had relatives in the Bunyan Derby, there were people in Texas that ran in it and so on. And you learn something more about the time and what people are interested in. And I think for a historian, that makes it more real for people.
Absolutely. Talking about bunions makes it tangible. I can't imagine walking across town in a pair of leather shoes.
I was thinking, they're in little roadsters or some sort of vehicle, but it was on
Walking,
foot.
These people were tough.
There's some little snippets of film from various archives through different states of guys running through
so
town.
So you do
and
have
it's
some
like
pictures
they're
and things.
Mostly moving at a pretty slow jog and look like they've seen the wars. I mean,
it's not an easy
they are
walk.
not in great shape,
Yeah.
You look at them, and most of them, of course, are pretty emaciated. They've lost a tremendous amount of weight on this.
Probably sunburned.
Yeah, and it's just amazing that they didn't have somebody die along the way.
Really, that is incredible. You told me earlier you serve on the Texas Historical Commission. Is that right?
Texas Historical Foundation.
Foundation. Okay, tell me about that.
It's a nonprofit foundation that's a granting institution that gives grants for conservation and preservation of Texas history and culture. So we give grants to museums and nonprofits.
Yeah,
and
I
so
think
on,
the Neil Cochran House in Austin has received.
Yeah.
a grant from
We
them.
have the Duda Architectural Preservation Award, which is
Yes.
our largest thing. That's the first place winner of that gets $100,000 going towards a preservation project, which for many of these people doing projects in small towns and everything is a tremendous amount of money.
Yeah, why is that important? I mean, I'm involved with the Colonial Dames, and we preserve these houses. Why do you think that kind of preservation is
Well,
important?
I mean, people ask me all the time, why is history important?
Yeah.
Well, of course, this is not only, who we were, where we came from, but it's also about where we're going. Knowing about your past tells us a lot about our present and can give us clues about the future too.
Yeah.
I think it's very important to protect these things in the past and learn about them. And this is the 250th, anniversary of the United States, and there's a tremendous amount of misinformation about American history.
Yeah.
We run into that all the time.
Yeah, it's important to really understand the subject, and that's where these kind of lectures are important, and it's got to make you feel good, Katie, to kind of be able to bring this for so many years to the people of Salado.
Oh, yeah. And I'm so thankful for people like Clark and these other professors and authors and researchers that want to share, and want to come to a brewery, for peanuts. I mean, for beer. It's just, sharing that knowledge is an incredible gift. And when I hope that we have an audience there in the tap room that's engaged, and I hope that people come away from these lectures more curious and wanting to learn more for themselves, and maybe even get involved with something like the Texas Historic Foundation or a local nonprofit, or just start researching for themselves. One thing that I wasn't expecting, but that has happened, is these lectures bring together people that are interested in common subjects, and then they become friends, and then they start networking. And so it's another way that we're bringing communities together.
Truly is community.
Yes.
Yeah, I gave a lecture a couple of years ago,
yes,
I guess, about Gault, which is not that far from Salado.
Very
and
close.
Afterwards, I think I was around for at least another 45 minutes to an hour, answering questions and so on, and people saying, "Here, come sit at our table," and it was a lot of fun. I think that's what you really want, particularly as a person who gives a lot of talks like that. I like the interaction with the people, and I want to see that they not only have an interest but have questions. That's the fun part.
Yeah, well, it's going to be just so much fun, and again, you have a whole list of, every Sunday and through the summer. It ends when?
July. I think July 29th is our last one. Local musician, Texas country singer star Brandon Ryder.
Yes, he's from the. I love him.
So he's coming, and his lecture is going to be on songwriting and the beauty of inspiration. How cool is that?
I love it.
Yeah. So we're so lucky to get to have these incredible people that are willing to
So
share.
is he going to sing some too?
I don't know.
I hope he does. Yeah. Oh no, he's wonderful. I remember having him on the show when I was still at Channel 25. Yeah. Well, it is really, it's got to be fun for you, planning all this and seeing it all come together. Here we are in the summer, and people are just looking for something fun to do. And there's nothing better in my book than going to Salado, even if it's just for an afternoon.
It's beautiful there.
Yeah, it is.
And so many great
right
options,
there.
Things to do. It's a perfect weekend destination.
Yeah. And of course, you've just done amazing things with Barrow Brewing. You can't miss it. Tell them where it is.
It's at 108 Royal Street, Salado, Texas, right next to Salado Creek.
And anyway, so 2:00 Sunday afternoon. And in your case, Dr. Wernecke, you're going to be there on the
July 5th.
5th of July, that Sunday afternoon. But go again to your what website?
barrowbrewing.com/events, and there's a whole list of all of our speakers.
Good. Katie, thank you so much. Thank you. So good to see you again, Clark.
Oh, it was nice to be
Very
here.
good.
Thank you.
All right, stay with us. There is more of the show ahead.
It's the premier charity event of the year, the 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, presented by Ascension Provident. A fun evening filled with great food and drink, dancing, a spectacular auction, and more. This year's theme is Nashville Nights, Neon Lights, and Bullfights. Get your tickets now, donate, or be a sponsor. Help support the American Cancer Society to find a cure. The 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, October 24th at MCC Highlander Ranch. For more information, go to centraltexascattlebaronsball.org.
Earning an online certification is a quick and convenient way to gain industry-recognized credentials. Select your ACLS course. Print your ACLS certificate. You can print your certification wallet card. aclsnow.com.
Our patented handles were launched in 2018. We continue to push the boundaries of strength training. Join us in making your training more natural and effective. Visit Angles90.com to learn more and revolutionize your workout.
Designed to elevate the off-road experience, enabling adventurers to conquer any terrain. For 50 years, you've trusted us on your toughest recoveries, to your most breathtaking destinations, and in countless unforgettable memories.
Finance is evolving. Automation, data analytics, and AI are reshaping what finance teams do every single day. The best way to predict the future of finance is to be ready for it. If you want a head start, check out 365 Financial Analyst.
At 4U Health, we believe wellness and lab testing should be accessible, inclusive, and yes, fun. With our tech-powered at-home lab test, you save time and money while feeling your best. 4U Health. Visit 4uhealth.com today.
Enjoy a quiet atmosphere with beautiful river views at the Brazos Landing, located in Waco along the Brazos River across from McLean Stadium. Enjoy homemade dishes like shrimp and grits, chicken piccata, braised short ribs, prime New York steaks, and more. Plus, enjoy a delicious dessert like creme brulee or key lime pie. Open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday. Brazos Landing in Waco, the only place where I-35 and the Brazos River meet.
It's our declaration of deals, and savings are moving fast at Allen Samuels Jeep in Waco. Get a 2026 Jeep Wrangler Sport for just $32,990, or take $10,000 off a 2026 Jeep Grand Cherokee Summit. Or qualified buyers can get 0% APR for 36 months and no payments for 90 days. Don't stand still. Drive today. Allen Samuels.
Come by, let's be friends.
Waco celebrates America's 250th anniversary party on July 3rd. Join us for live music all night, amazing food, drinks, spirits, vendors, and incredible art. Grab your lawn chair, bring your friends, and bring your holiday appetite. This patriotic celebration is where the party starts. Fun, flavor, music, and festival vibes all in one place. Don't miss this. We'll see you at the Art Center on July 3rd. Go to artcenterwaco.org and then events.
Apollo Neuro is a new kind of wearable that helps your body recover from stress, that helps you calm down and feel better. You sleep better, and you can get back to being yourself. Learn more at apolloneuro.com.
I had a panic moment running my hands through my hair, and that's when I found Keeps. Keeps gave me the results that I was really looking for.
I definitely felt a lot more confident once I saw my hair coming back.
Keeps has given me the control of my hair back.
Get your first month free at Keeps.com.
It's not just a glove, it's a 44 Pro. Crafted with dedication, made for performance, and built to last. Get your custom glove today at 44pro.com and experience the 44 Pro difference. That's 44pro.com, 44 Pro.
This is a Rogue Media Network production.